Good morning and welcome back to a beautiful sunny Sunday morning. It's not often that, I bring these videos to you and the light's shining on my face, but it certainly is today. I'm not on my own though, I'm with the one and only Pops.
Good morning everyone, hope you're fitting well.
And we've come somewhere we've not been before. You know how we like to bring you to some various different destinations that we've not been to before, and we're over in Sheffield today. We're at a place called Endcliffe Park, which is not very far from the University of Sheffield and all the student accommodation. A friend of ours came here earlier in the week and got some absolutely stunning photographs of Kingfisher. So we thought we'd give it a try. We thought we'd give it a try today and see if we can get some photographs of the Kingfisher ourselves. However, the only thing I would say, just as I said just a second ago, it's beautiful weather today. So the park's full, lots and lots of people here enjoying, as they should be, the outdoor space and the fresh air. So fingers crossed we'll see some Kingfisher. So come along for the journey and see what we see. So we found the Kingfisher, exactly where we thought it would be. However, at the moment it's sat right in the shade and we've got this beautiful sunlight and it's right in the shade. So turn the camera on, you can see Pops is already straight on his speedy gimbal and we've got the Kingfisher over. Just, if I bring my finger up, about there in the background. So we'll hopefully get a couple of pictures and maybe a little bit of video for you as well. One of the things that I would say about Kingfishers, and I think it's often a misconception of people, is that people have this perception that they're a really frightened bird, a really timid bird, and that's not the case for Kingfisher at all. You'll have no doubt seen on social media, on the internet, I thought that was it then, pictures of Kingfishers on the end of fishermen's fishing rods. And the fish, they'll have been taken with mobile phone. And whenever kingfishers see a perch, they're very curious birds and they'll often come to investigate a perch. So the fact that we've just seen it and there is loads of people around, I'm confident that we'll probably get some more opportunities with it. We've just come around to the back of the pond now, away from kind of the public footpath, which was the direction we thought that it moved to. And we can't find it at the minute, but that doesn't mean to say that it's not here. We're just going to have a move around and we'll look for it. So, thinking about settings, one of the things I would say is when you're on the go, you're moving around. I use my kind of go-to move around settings. These are my walkabout settings. So what I'll have is I'll have the camera set wide open at f2.8. I'm on auto ISO, so I'm letting the camera make that decision about the ISO. And I'm going to have my shutter speed, I think probably at around 1/1600th of a second for the Kingfisher. That's certainly probably not be quick enough if it's diving, but for us to track the bird, get some photographs and then start to slow down the shutter speed if it's perched, probably giving us the best opportunity to get some shots. I mean, it could have been right in the dense undergrowth at the minute, couldn't it?
Easily, yeah. I mean, the reason we spotted it, it was flying past and you get that beautiful flash of blue and turquoise.
Yeah, they really are a standout bird, but bizarrely I always think that they're easy to spot when they're flying, but when they're perched, despite them being this kind of cobalt blue, they're really quite difficult to spot when they're perched up. But we'll keep looking, fingers crossed. We've had one sighting of it. If we've seen it once, no doubt we'll see it again. We're in that kind of dilemma now, so we come around the back of the pond and the footpath, it's not really a footpath, there's a little bit of a trail, comes to an end. So we turned round and started making our way back and the Kingfisher came past us again. So I suspect it's kind of moving its way around this little island in the pond, and it probably has set perches where it perches up and it dives from. So we're just debating now whether we sit tight here and wait to see if it comes back, or we move back round to the other side.
The thing is, son, twice now it's come round here, but when we've got round here, there's been no sign of it. So I suspect it's not actually stopping here.
No.
Or where we can see.
Yeah. Just the frustrating side, part is that this is the side where the light is, because the light's coming from behind us here, so we're getting some light onto the trees, but on the other side it'll be in shadow, won't it?
Let's give it a quarter of an hour or so and see if we see any activity.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's certainly no rush, is there?
Nope, none at all.
So we've decided to kind of hold our ground and stay in one location, and just to see if the kingfisher comes back round to this side of the pond. And this is the side where the light is. One of the things I would say is whenever you're in an urban park and you're dressed in green and camouflage and you've got huge big cameras on your back, you invariably draw a little bit of attention and people want to know what it is that you're photographing. And what I always find absolutely amazing when you come to places like this and you say to people, oh, I'm photographing kingfishers, and they say, we've been coming here for 20 years and we've never seen a kingfisher, and we've been here for 5 minutes and already seen one. Twice. And I think sometimes it's just a case of walking with your eyes open so that you actually see the wildlife that surrounds you. And that's one of the things that wildlife photography definitely does. It encourages you to walk with your eyes open.
And your ears.
And your ears, yeah. You often hear, you often hear kingfishers before you see them, don't you, Pops?
Absolutely, yeah.
So we're going to give it just a couple more minutes here, see if it comes, and then we'll start to walk our way downstream. And there are several of the other pools, ponds on the way, and hopefully we might catch a sight of the kingfisher again. Maybe even a photograph or two, because despite Pops being all set up, it was gone before he could get the photograph, unfortunately, weren't it, Pops?
Yeah, I'd got it in my viewfinder, but it wasn't a particular good pose.
Got its back to you, hasn't it?
It had its back to it, which is beautiful to look at, but
yeah,
that's not really what I wanted to photograph.
No.
And like you, I actually had my speed set for a diving shot, 3,200, but the ISO was nearly 13,000.
Right, yeah.
So I was busy whacking down my speed as well while it was perched. But it didn't stay there long. It was seconds it stayed there.
Yeah. Which is not surprising, is it, the amount of people that are running past? I mean, there is a constant stream of, I think, probably university students out running this morning in this beautiful sunshine.
The thing is, well, we're stood here. We've spotted several beautiful perches, which, if they landed on, would be perfect. But they're not going here, are they?
No, no, they're not.
Just land on that perch there.
Yeah.
It'd be a fantastic shot. Yeah. But like you said, though, we're looking in the water and there's no signs of
little fish.
Little fish at all.
No, I thought we might have seen little shoals of stickleback or minnows or things like that, but can't see anything.
No.
Well, there must be something here, because that's what's holding the kingfisher in the location, isn't it?
Absolutely. Whether they're underneath the canopy.
Yeah, could be sheltering.
Sheltering there, I don't know.
We've come back round to the shaded side, and the kingfisher's back exactly where we saw it right at the start of the day. It's quite high up at the moment, but he's totally in shadow. Oh, he's hovering nice. That's nice, that's nice. Oh, that was nice. He just hovered. Vlogger's curse, I've talked about it in the past. And here we go again, vlogger's curse. It's just hovered in front of us and I missed it. God damn it. I'm going to put this camera down. I'm going to see if I can get another shot of it. That was just absolutely exquisite. Got some lovely perch shots just on the tree in front of us, and then it flew off to a perch just to the right hand side, which was in a slightly better position because what it allowed for was some slightly backlit shots, so you could get a little bit of rim lighting around its feathers, particularly on the back of its head, which was really quite nice. It's then dived again, didn't catch anything, but again I can't see what on earth it would be fishing for, because I can't see anything in this water, and the water's really clear. But it's obviously seeing things, so it dived for it again, and now it's flown into kind of the dense undergrowth in the centre of the island. There's another photographer that's joined us now, and him and Pops have just moved to the back of the island now to where we were before, because that's the direction that it seemed to travel. And fingers crossed, they'll be onto it. I'll kind of make my way around there now to see if they've got any. One of the problems that I've got is I forgot my pigging monopod. So I've got my speedy gimbal strap and I've got my speedy gimbal cup, but I've not got the monopod to be able to rest it on. Now it's not a problem for photographing, because I can photograph handheld with this 400 no problem whatsoever, but for video, oh, that's a tall order. It's really quite challenging to video, to get it stable, to get those stable videos for you. So I'm going to apologise right now, because many of the video clips that I get for you are probably going to be a little bit shaky, and I'll do my best using the stabilisation in Premiere Pro and also in the camera, but I think it's probably going to be a little bit shaky all the same. Hey ho, still getting the photographs, and that's the important part, isn't it? It's back out on the perch in front of us, and it's just caught a fish and taken it straight into the centre of the island to dispatch it and eat it. There are lots and lots of gulls around, so I do wonder whether the gulls will potentially steal the fish off the kingfisher if it's out in the open. So I suspect it's going to be a lot safer to eat it out of harm's way. Pops has just made a very, very interesting observation, and the reason why we're probably seeing it in the shade, and that's because I've no doubt the reflections of the water are not as pronounced in the shade as they are in the areas where it's sunny, and so it's probably got a better vision of the fish underneath it. So I think you're right with your call there, Pops, aren't you?
I think so, yeah. I mean, you think about it, when that sun's on that water, you can't see a thing.
Yeah. But what I have just spotted, and I'm going to get a little bit of video for you, is we've got beautiful mandarin duck on the water. I love mandarin ducks, I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Well, it's back again. Didn't take it long at all before it was back. And actually, we found the tree that it seems to be favouring and keeps coming back to exactly the same perch. Occasionally it flits across, which it's just done now, to my right. And that one's really obscured. You can't get a clean shot of it at all. It's sat right at the back of it and there's all branches in front of it. But I've no doubt in a few seconds time it'll scoot back up and back onto the branch at the left, where we're getting some quite nice unobstructed views of it. The only problem at the moment is that the light, although it's beautiful, it's completely in shade and the light's coming in from the side, which makes viewing through the eyepiece into the viewfinder really, really difficult. And I'm wishing I'd got my big eye cup that I have.
And away he goes.
It's not, it's just up in the tree up there. I wish I'd got the big eye cup that I have on my Z9, because that would block out this light and give me that unobstructed view of the viewfinder. So we've got a good glut of images from this location now. We've been given a second little spot to try, which is often quite a more productive site actually for photographing the Kingfisher. So we're going to have a mooch on up and see if we can't get some shots of it at the Shepherd's Wheel. No idea what the Shepherd's Wheel is, but I'm certain we'll find out very, very shortly. And hopefully it brings some more success, because we've already had an absolute glut of Kingfisher shots. So we're just having a little coffee stop, perfect little coffee van called the Motor Cafe. Perfect, so we've got 2 lattes on order and then we're having a little coffee break. Absolutely stunning coffee at the Motor Cafe. What I would say is, if you're in the area, make sure you stop and get one. Delicious. Well, that was beautiful, wasn't it, Pops?
Oh, what? That was a real bonus, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Richie bonus.
So we just bumped into somebody that we've actually both spoken to lots on social media, but have never actually met in person, and that's Craig Masefield. I hope I pronounced your surname right, mate. What a lovely fella he was.
Yep.
A really, really nice guy. And we've just stood for probably the best part of an hour, I think, chewing the fat and just enjoying one another's company and talking about, you know, wildlife photography and photography in general. He'd set up a bit of a perch for the Kingfishers, which is a really interesting idea actually. He got a fishing bank stick and he put a little branch on there, something that was really, really kind of pleasing to the eye, got lots of lichen on it, and he was waiting for the Kingfisher to come and land on the perch. And then just as we're walking away from that and our chat with Craig, we see a dipper hunting away on the stream, and just like all the birds in this location, not phased by us in the slightest, could get really quite close to it. I've got a little bit of video and hopefully a couple of photographs. How about you, Pops?
Absolutely, yeah. No, I managed to nail a few photographs. Oh, I'm absolutely chuffed, I am.
Yeah.
Absolutely chuffed. That was cracking, that was.
It's definitely a place I'm going to come back to, because it's really a really nice kind of series of different waterways with lots of photographic opportunities for them. And I think as we move through the year and the foliage develops and, you know, birds go into that kind of mating season and they're feeding the young, I think it's going to get better and better, this place. So it's definitely somewhere I'll return to.
It's certainly a little gem.
Yeah,
a little gem. Beautiful.
An oasis in an urban area.
Yep.
Urban parks, definitely something that people should have a look at and get excited about, get interested in. What an absolutely fantastic little place this is. A place that we will definitely be returning to, as it's only an hour away. And it's got lots and lots of potential. We've met up with a couple of other photographers who've just shown us another location on one of the other ponds that actually, should the Kingfisher come to that area, it would be in the most exquisite.
Dipper.
Oh, we have got a dipper.
Look at that.
Right on the little stream at the side of us, full of dipper as well, which is brilliant. There it goes, flying up.
There it goes.
Beautiful. You get a shot if you want, Dad, while I'm doing a piece to camera.
No, no, you're all right. No, no, it's in the shade. Typical.
Yeah, so a place that should you get a kingfisher in it, it'd been the most exquisite evening light. So definitely a place to come back and have a look at. And as we've just seen there, loads of dipper, absolutely loads of dipper. And they're really quite tolerant of people, which means you can get real close to get some fantastic little shots. So a place that I'll definitely be returning to. We're gonna just have one little stop off on the way home, and that's to see if we can see the cross-pool owl. It's featured on the channel in the past when I was doing the waxwings, the Bohemian waxwings, but it's on the way. It's only literally about 10 minutes from here, so we'll just swing by and see if he's in his tree, so Pops can get a photograph of him. I've got a photograph of him in the past, so it'd be nice if Pops could get one as well.
Absolutely.
If you've enjoyed this video, stick till the end to see if the cross-pool owl makes an appearance. If he doesn't, then this is the end. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please consider giving the video a like. Likes do wonders for the channel, they really do. Likes encourage this video to be shared with other viewers who like similar videos to yourself, so give it a like. If you're not yet subscribed, I bang on about it every video. 40% of you who are watching this video are not subscribed to the channel. If you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, I'd really appreciate that. It does an absolute wonder for the channel. If you don't mind sharing these videos on your social media, I'd really appreciate that as well. Exposure is often one of the key elements to a successful social media platform. So sharing it on your social media really benefits us. Just watching the cars as I'm crossing the road. So yeah, share away on your social media. If you want to show that little bit of extra support and you want to buy me and Pops a coffee, there'll be a link at the bottom to our Buy Me a Coffee webpage. And a massive thank you to all those people who go out the way and spend their hard-earned cash on buying us a coffee. So from the beautiful Endcliffe Park, and from the wonderful Kingfishers and Dippers, until next time, ta-ra!